and also throw in how long you've been training with me at Elite Soccer Academy now. Go for it.
So I'm 13 years old, and basically I've been training with Coach Jesse for about 1 year, and mainly play center mid or center attacking mid.
Cool. Is that where you started playing off the center mid position?
Oh yeah,
Have you would you say you've like transitioned into exploring new positions since then, or are you still in the same place?
I'm still around the same place.
Okay, good, good. No worries, no worries. Um, so Ethan, so you've been with us, yeah, like heading towards a year now. I mean, you've been there like what, like half a year? Close to half
Yeah,
a year?
around half a year.
Right, right, exactly. So, wh how long have you been playing soccer for? Let's start there though.
I used to play soccer in second grade. I played for around 1 year, and I stopped to like continue um my tennis because I wanted to be a tennis player. But now I came back to soccer and I wanted to because I have a lot of passion for soccer that I developed over the years.
For sure, for sure. So since you've been back though, like how long has it been since you're like been consistently back?
It's been around a year already.
Okay, around a year. So you started off when you were in second grade, but you took some time off. So all in all, in total, maybe you've been playing soccer for like about a year, would you say?
Yeah, about a year.
Okay. And then with the year, so let's talk about like before you even started with me. So like within like that first half of the year compared to now, where were you at like in the first half of your year back into playing? Where were you at? Tell me a little bit about your skill set and where you started. What were things like?
My technical ability was pretty bad. I couldn't juggle. I only could juggle like around 2 times, and my passing and everything was just off.
Got you. Awesome. What about all the areas of your game? Would you say like what about your like fitness? What about things like your understanding of the game, like the IQ component? Where were you at in terms of that?
Before I started training with you, my positioning was horrible. I couldn't find the ball in game and I couldn't track where I was supposed to go. I also
Mm.
um I also had really bad ability during game and really bad confidence. And I had low stamina, which caused me to get benched a lot during games.
Low stamina. Got you. Well, was all that just like from a lack of understanding and a lack of experience? Like, or was it just that you weren't taught that those like aspects of the game with your coaches? Like, what would you say made it difficult for you in the beginning?
I would say it's both. I didn't have the experience I needed and I didn't have a coach that can like guide me along the way.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it's definitely the difficult thing about like soccer is like there's so many components of the game that you can't just work on one specific one because if you do, then you neglect everything else, you know? And at the same time, you still want to get repetitions in every area of your game, whether it's your technical ability, your physical ability, or your IQ, right? Those are things that like everybody needs to work on. You know, you can't just neglect one area and leave other things out. And then for you, it seems like you were in a position where you needed to soak in a lot of information because you were so inexperienced and you were so new to the game that like everything you could benefit from everything, right? Not like just one thing, but I mean, from my understanding, when I first met you, it was like you were wanting to get back into it and you wanted to just learn, right? So you had a lot to learn, which was great because you were willing to. You were willing to. Awesome. So, is there anything else that might have left out in terms of like what was difficult for you in the beginning?
Oh yeah,
Anything
I
else?
also had like no confidence because I knew my
Mm,
technical skills weren't like the highest and weren't on par with other people.
got you. So tell me a little bit about that. I always like to ask, right? Because when I hear players and when I hear parents tell me about how their child is lacking confidence, Everyone usually tells me something a little bit different. What does lacking confidence look like for you?
When I lack confidence in game, I feel like everybody in the game is just better than me, and they have like better technical abilities than me. So I feel like I can't compete with them.
Hmm. So tell me a little bit about that though. What were some of those things that you were struggling with or you were unable to do in the games that like maybe caused you to be a little bit frustrated? Like what were some of those? Tell me a little bit about the game. Like what were some of those things that you couldn't do that led to that frustration?
During the game, most of the time I wasn't recognized by my teammates, so I felt left out in the game, and I was really frustrated and want to like be in the game and like help everybody win.
You said you didn't want to be in the game?
No, I wanted to be in the game.
Oh,
I
you
was
wanted to be. Got you. And is it do you is it that you felt your teammates couldn't confide in you, like they couldn't trust you, or what was that feeling that made you feel left out? How did you perceive that?
they couldn't trust me because of my bad technical ability,
Mm,
and I lost the ball a lot to other players.
got you. Did you feel like that every time you stepped on the field, or was it like sometimes, or how did you like how consistently did you feel that type of like lack of confidence, should
I
we say?
felt it pretty consistently, like every week, and it made me really frustrated.
Mm, got you. Okay. Is there like a particular way that you tried dealing with it when you did feel that, or how did you go about that? Like, did you just what did you do when you felt like that?
I try to train more and try to get more practice and like see what's the root of my problem during games.
Hmm, that's a good point. That's a good point. Should it, did you ever really get to the like full route, or were you just trying to like figure things out on your own and like consistently try, and then what like how did that go for you when you kept trying?
I was trying to figure out everything by myself, but I couldn't really find the problem because it happened every week, and whenever I try to improve or anything, it still felt like something was missing.
Awesome, awesome. So you tried to do that on your own. Was there a point where like you decided, you know what, like I just want to get help from someone else? You did you get to that point, or did you share that with your dad or like or your parents? Like what was that transition? What was that moment where you were like, you know what, I want to get someone else's opinion to work with? Like when did you hit that point, and how did you go about it?
So after 3 months of doing AYSL, I felt like every game I had, I was just the same player doing the same things. So I thought I could maybe have some guidance, and so I wouldn't waste more time.
Awesome. Oh, I like what you said there. Wasting time. Not that not that you trying to figure things out is a complete waste of time. It's still very useful to try to figure things out. But what I would say is that you would save yourself time, right? Like
Yeah.
because you still working on yourself trying to figure it out is still good. It's still a very good process to go through. Um, but it's always a little bit more positive and beneficial to save some time when you get somebody else to really guide you and then help you discover your root issues, like you said. Which is good, which is good. It's very solid. So did you randomly just one day say, "Hey, Dad, I wanna get help from someone," or how was that message conveyed over to your parents? Like, how did they go about finding me or finding a trainer? Let's not even go with me, but like a trainer.
So after games, tons of games, I would like feel really frustrated and take it out on my parents. After a long
Mm.
time, my parents decided that I should have someone to guide me along the way and like help me on my technical skills. So they
Yeah.
decided that it's okay for me to find someone like a private trainer or a coach that can help me guide like my soccer career.
So they pretty much assisted you in that process though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but I was the one that founded was trying to find soccer coaches.
and I think we were talking about it last week where I think you said you found me, right? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
I did find you.
On I think it was like a, we don't have to say where you found me on, but let's keep that a little bit on the low. But you found me, and then I think if I recall, was like, hey, um, reach out to your parents. Let's have a conversation with them. Let's figure out what we could work with. And I think if I can recall, that was like half a year ago now. But I'm still slowly but surely recalling how that conversation started. Um. Would you say so okay, good. Would you say that you or your parents had like any particular doubts in terms of personal training? Because I'm assuming it was your first time ever even finding one, right? Like, did you guys have any doubts? You could speak for your parents if you like, or for yourself. Like, tell me a little bit more about that.
My parents weren't really doubtful about private coaches because they knew that private coaches have years of experience and they like know how to help each player like become better and improve.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So, not really any doubt. You guys were just more so in a position where like whatever we can get, we're gonna just work with it and we're gonna get you the help, right? I mean, that's pretty much what it sounds like, um, in terms of what your family went through as well. Um, what made you decide to move forward though? Because there's so many other private trainers out in this country, city, whatever you want to base it off of. Um, but what made you decide to move forward with myself instead of saying, all right, let's go with somebody else? Was there any like specific thing that made you decide like, all right, let's go with him?
I saw the quality in our training, our private sessions. I saw how each time I went to a session after I could feel like huge improvements already, like with my technique.
Got you, got you. And is there anything else you want to add on top of that over? I mean, because what we're going based off your first times, right? There's only so much that you can grasp, but it seems like you you felt pretty good with the technical training. I know in the beginning we wanted to work a little bit more on your fitness, right? Because you wanted to get in shape, you wanted to sustain your conditioning over an extended period of time during games and training. I don't even think it was just games. It was like you also wanted to sustain yourself over the full hour of training. Okay, good, good. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, let's fast forward to now. Okay, where where are you now in terms of skill, fitness, IQ, understanding? Like, where are you now compared to where you were 6 months ago? Like, tell us a little bit more about that.
So everybody in AIYSL I was competing with that were better than me, I could see like a huge skill gap now between me and them. And in positioning, I feel like I have a better understanding of the game and a more awareness of the ball like during game too.
Got you. Tell me, okay, so awareness, is there any other type of like improvements that you would say that you had that took you past your teammates? Like that skill gap that you were talking about, can you pin it down to any particular skills um with you and your teammates? What would it be?
I used to juggle around 2 times. Now I could juggle around 40 times, which shows that I have like a better first touch and
Mm.
like better control with the ball.
Okay, so in general, you would say like your first touch significant. I would honestly say the same thing too, because from what I remember, your first couple sessions, it's like I would give you the ball would roll right off your foot. It was like that first touch to secure the ball was very difficult for you in the beginning. Now I'm looking at you now. You can control the ball. You can do it on a half turn. You can play one touch layoffs to different players. Like compared to where you were in the beginning. I mean, there's so much more improvement that you've had in just like your ball control, even your dribbling. Um, and I should say your first touch as well, which is a very difficult skill to really master. I would say in general, like it takes a lot of players a lifetime to really master. Um, but you've significantly improved compared to the beginning because in the beginning it was more like that ball would just roll off, right? Now it's like it has more security behind it. Can we still keep working on it? Of course, we can still keep working everything at a higher intensity. But in general, I would agree that a lot of those improvements that you've made over time are very visible, not just to myself, but I'm sure they are to your parents as well, which is huge, huge. Awesome. Tell me a little bit more about, and I want you to be very open to like what you've seen, but tell me or tell us what stands out to you about our training program. It can literally be, um, I don't know, what we do. We do is the coaching calls. It could be the video analysis. It could be the like. Tell us a little bit about what stands out to you. If you had to compare yourself to another trainer, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of different trainers. You know, most trainers are just doing the whole classes and then you go home and you don't see them till next week. But obviously, at Elite Soccer Academy, we don't really do things that way. So tell us a little bit about what stands out to you aside from the actual training itself. Go for it.
I could tell in that you have like a built-in community where everybody can help each other improve, which shows that like you're not just a personal trainer, but someone that can guide you at home or can help you improve when you really need it. Also, I found that we have like coaching calls, we have nutrition guides. It kind of shows that you stand out from the rest of private coaches, other private coaches.
Gotcha. Is there like apart from the detail that you just mentioned, is there one that like you enjoy or look forward to the most? Is there like one specific thing?
I look forward to coaching calls because I can really learn about positioning and awareness on the ball.
Gotcha. And and you know the good thing about you showing up to them is that um even if you don't have your game analyzed because you know maybe you guys don't have the film and things like that, you could still learn from somebody else's positions. And the good thing is that when you go to the coaching calls, there's other players who play similar positions to you also. So even though we're not actually, I mean, it would be perfect. It would be good to analyze your specific game because I think at the end of the day that is still very important. But some teams don't have that access. But regardless of not having the access to do that, you still show up, which is good. You still show up to our coaching calls and you learn from other players' video analysis. And I always find a way to tailor it back to you in terms of like what you could do better as well, despite watching somebody else's game. And so I think that's really good that you show up to that. Video analysis is always pretty fun to go over. And the fact that you guys are willing to learn from other people's mistakes is says a lot about you guys and it says a lot about the importance of you willing to learn. And I think that's ultimately where a lot of players your age are at is are they willing to learn? Because if we go through this stage as just, you know, acting like, oh, we know this already. We know this. Like you'll never really hit to that point where you can peak, you know, in your performance if you're not willing to learn more. And so you're one of those players that definitely shows up. And so shout out to you as well because that's it's not easy for a lot of people to stay consistent with, you know. So awesome, awesome. Anything else, or is that it? Is that part of anything else that you want to share? Or are you good with that?
I'm good with that.
Awesome, awesome. So if you had to, let's say, recommend or tell somebody about Elite Soccer Academy, whether it's a parent, whether it's one of your friends, about joining Elite Soccer Academy, like what would you tell that parent or that player about it, about the
Uh,
training program?
the personal coach, which is Coach Jesse, he can like tailor to people's personal needs and skills, not just the technical side, but even in fitness, nutrition, and mental side. And they have a built-in community that can help you improve anytime you need people to help you, and has a lot of like fitness things that can help you at home even when you don't have a personal coach right next to you.
Gotcha. Definitely. And and the good thing is that like it's funny we asked that question because it's like we want to make sure everyone gets your perspective, right? Um at the end of the day, like you ended up inviting what, like four of your friends?
Yeah.
And they ended up joining our program too, and they're still within our program, which is amazing. Like you brought four people over. Like I don't even think we've ever had that many people brought in by one particular person, which is great because I would say your friends also have significantly improved too. Even like players like Bradley, who's like full on beginners, never played, over the span of the last what 3 4 months has actually really improved. Which is awesome because you brought them over, right? Like we were able to help players like him who've never played. And obviously we work with different groups, different ages, different skill levels, but players who are beginners can definitely learn quite a bit, and you were able to bring them over. But in terms of the question, like, right, we ask it so that anyone else who is doubtful or is unsure about training or doing extra training in terms of private training, um, what they can expect from you or a player like you who has gone through the process. And so even though your friends ended up joining our program, there's other people who might want to do the same, but are skeptical or maybe don't know if like this is it for them. And so your response kind of gives these people a little bit more reassurance if we could go there. It helps them see a better perspective, a different perspective, from somebody who went through it and is currently going through it, right? Like yourself. Um, so that's awesome, man. I think you shared some pretty good insight there. Glad that you are still going through that process now, right? It's not like we went through it for a small time frame. We're still going through it, and we're still gonna continue to improve. And the next stage from you is leaving from where you're currently at, which is like AYSO level, to now, can we make the jump to the club level, right? I know there's a couple opportunities out there for you, and we're still gonna try to work with that. Are they gonna be easy? No, but the fact that we can say we're heading into that stage now, almost half a year later, is huge. Most people don't get to even make that jump till like years. But you have the possibility of doing it within just 1 year, which is huge. Um, so we're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep improving, and can't wait to see how you do, whether you make the clubs or not. I mean, we're just gonna keep working with you and keep developing you to the best of our abilities. Okay. Um, cool. Is there anything else that you would like to share with in terms of your experience? Anything else that might have missed? Go for it. If nothing else, no worries at all. That was pretty insightful as well. But anything other feedback? Any feedback? Things that you would
No,
want to?
nothing else.
Nope.
No.
Awesome. No worries. No worries, man. Perfect. So let me pause or let me stop this. Perfect.